Disney disaster, millennial co-living, and vaginal weightlifting. All on today's episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes!
Welcome everybody to 1, 2, 3 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we take 3 stories from the news, tell 3 jokes about each story, and decide who has written the funniest jokes. My name is Jeremy Martinez.
My name is Ricardo Leone.
I'm Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
And I'm Aaron Kraft.
Aaron Kraft, a resident judge. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
I realized we introduce ourselves in an order that makes you have to keep cutting back and forth between video feeds.
That's all right. It's visually exciting.
Good.
Unlike the audio, which is not visual at all.
You don't have to keep cutting back and forth between the audio.
I do, though.
Look right here. I'm visually excited.
Look at me. I'm audibly excited. I'm audibly excited.
His ears are erect.
The earphones are just like bulging out.
Think of baseball. Think of baseball. Think of baseball.
Oh no, I'm getting more excited.
I love baseball.
Baseball players have really good butts.
Speaking of which,
my mom used to say that.
Really?
Yeah, still does. She
Are
still
you
says
anymore?
She doesn't know about that anymore.
Carly removes her finger.
It's me, Jeremy.
Your mother.
Your mother.
That's how she always introduces herself to people. It's me, Jeremy's mother.
Well, can't think of a segue, so we just want to do a little. We just want to take a moment here at the top of the show, send a little shout out to our fan Tony in New York. He sent us a very nice message praising our show.
Tony Fraser.
Sure, I don't know.
Tony in New York.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
It's good to see you, Tony. Hey, I'm walking here.
You know,
Let's grab a slice. We all live in Arizona. We don't know anything about New York.
I was going to say, we're podcasting here.
They changed his name at Ellis Island. It was Fraserelli, but obviously too hard to pronounce.
Tony Fraserelli.
Do you guys want to get pizza after this?
Yeah, I'll grab a slice.
You want to go to New York after this?
Yeah.
But yeah, he sent us a very nice message, and we certainly appreciate you listening and watching. And please keep sending us nice messages because we're very mean to each other, and we could use the positive feedback.
Yeah.
He was, I would say, almost overly positive, like almost to
Cut it out, bro.
Yeah, it was a little too much.
Do you think that we're getting catfished?
I think it's mine. Yeah, it's mine.
What is that?
He's playing with the spring behind the door.
Boing, boing, boing. Here, I gotta put some paper underneath.
What's happening?
Yeah, I don't
Listen.
know what's doing that.
No, it's the stand.
Here, do you want this one?
Oh, now it's not doing it. Fuck off. Okay, whatever.
So anyway, thank you, Tony, and thank you to all our fans. We love hearing from you, so don't be a stranger. Let us know you're out there.
Now we're doing something a little bit different on this episode.
What is that?
Yes. Pray tell.
Why don't you tell people?
Teams.
You just made that sound so uninteresting and unexciting.
So we're doing something
So
different.
you made that sound so visually uninteresting.
But for the
Unexciting.
listeners, we were like really partying hard.
Jeremy's ear erection's going down now.
Erection.
Ear erection.
Do you want to talk about why we're doing teams?
Yeah.
Because we wanted to.
All right. So, so we're doing teams since we don't have a guest today. So, and Carly wanted to write jokes today. So we decided to
So we're like, fine.
Only if you do it with teams.
not by yourself. Come on. Know your place. So we're doing 2 teams of 2.
That's why his name is Bob Timmons.
Puts the team in Timmons. So we're doing Jeremy and Carly versus Bob and Ricky today.
Yep.
All right.
And we're Team Skittle Nipple.
And we're Team Nipple Skittle. That's kind of crazy. How did it work out?
Can you
can't
believe
believe
that
that.
these weren't discussed ahead of time? These were just on the fly names off the top of the head. So crazy. This is why the fans reach out. They're like, man, how do you guys do it?
Aaron, you're right. You're not writing our team
And the
names
answer,
down.
the answer is barely.
Skittle nipples. Nipple Skittles.
Yeah.
It's not
Nipple Skittles.
polarized. Pluralize.
So we're just one nipple skittle.
Nipple skittle and skittle
The
nipple.
human race is just one big skittle nipple.
Episode title: One Big Skittle Nipple.
Taste the people.
Yeah.
Man, we are really
how
loopy right
how
now.
did you manage to make nipple skittle sound unappealing?
Okay, so teams.
All right. So,
Got
and
teams.
then Aaron's going to read the stories today.
So teams means that we wrote our jokes together, and you're gonna have to judge us as one unit. So like if I do a really good job,
I get credit as well.
Jeremy will get credit.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
As teams.
Yeah, so keep that in
Judging
mind.
as
When
teams.
Carly does a really good job, I also
You're
get
still
credit.
giving the point to Jeremy, so think about that.
Now, Rick and I have chosen to read each other's jokes. So I will be
Oh.
reading the jokes that Rick has written and
that's
vice versa.
Bold strategy.
Have you read these jokes ahead of time?
No, cold
You're
reads.
Cold reading.
Cold
them.
reads.
Okay, this is
Okay.
very exciting.
Obviously, listen to our voices.
Well, with that, how about we get into round number 1?
Sure.
Round number 1. One Walt Disney World attraction just became a little too immersive for riders.
I think Aaron's really enunciating.
Yeah,
here.
Annie didn't read.
He's doing a great
the
job.
headline.
Oh,
I think
through
it
the headline?
sucks.
Okay. Disney Round 1. Disney World Jungle Cruise boat sinks with passengers on board in mid-ride mishap.
No.
I had, by the way, because people know I used to work for Disney, I had like 10
Here
different
we go
people
again.
private message me this story. Like, have you seen this?
Uh,
Yeah.
Slipping into your DMs.
Yeah. I was like, I saw. We're doing it on our show, bitch.
Yeah. Don't talk to Tony like that.
One Walt Disney World attraction just became a little too immersive for riders. One of the boats used in the classic Jungle Cruise ride at the Orlando theme park started sinking while filled with passengers. Witnesses documented the mishap on social media, showing guests still standing inside the boat as the murky water slowly rose around their legs. The ride, located in Magic Kingdom's Adventureland area, is for all ages and lasts approximately 10 minutes, according to the official Disney World
Are you about to
website,
throw up?
which describes it as a journey that you won't forget soon. Or soon won't forget, whatever.
That's what they say.
Disney magic, yada, yada, yada.
Soon, you won't forget it.
Am I reading this whole thing, by the way? A Disney spokesperson explained that employees immediately engaged the Reedy Creek Fire Department to respond to the event. I don't
That's
know.
made up.
Engaged the Reedy Creek Fire Department. That's a strange way to say that. Everyone made it off the boat safely within 20 minutes, and staff members worked individually with the guests to ensure the rest of their park visit went smoothly, the representative said. The attraction has since reopened. Am I reading all this? This is pretty long.
I mean, we'll stop you if you.
Okay. According to the official description of the ride, visitors can board a canopied tramp steamer piloted by your trusty skipper, who will expertly navigate you through some of the world's most treacherous waters. The beloved attraction is best known for its quirky skippers, who entertain guests with jokes throughout the riverboat excursion. Animatronic wildlife can also be seen along the banks. Jungle Cruise is set to be adapted into Jungle Cruise the movie this summer.
With The Rock.
It will star Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt.
Which one's The Rock?
It comes to theaters July
Rock and
24th.
Blunt.
The Rock is the one that sunk the ship.
Now, I believe we're also doing 4 jokes per story, 2 from each teammate, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So who wants to start things off?
I'll start us off.
All right.
I just want to say that was a real shit show of me reading that article.
It
there.
was very good.
I hope the
Aaron.
rest of this goes better. Than
Luckily, you don't have to judge the news reading today. All right. Are you ready?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. It is.
Skittle nipple.
That's us.
No,
No,
you
we're
guys
ni-
are nipple skittle.
Nipple skittle.
Nibble Skittle Party of 2.
Shoot.
It is unclear what caused the boat to sink, but most likely it was an attack by some racially insensitive animatronic jungle natives.
All right, Rick, me.
Didn't go as well as I thought that joke would
No,
go.
it wasn't
Sorry,
good.
teammate. You're
That's
supposed to
okay.
say good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. Yeah.
Is this what you guys spent 2 hours on out there?
Unfortunately, yes.
If you look above, you folks will. If you look above, you folks will see the underside of water.
All right, I'll do mine now.
Damn it.
Do you know that's from the
Yeah,
cruise?
we know
Yeah,
because
'cause we have the
because
same
we have the same
joke.
joke.
Oh, dear.
And coming up straight ahead is the eighth wonder of the world, the underneath of water.
The
It's funny.
underneath.
It's exactly.
It is the exact. Damn, that sucks.
So that cancels those out.
We
Did
should've
you
done the
hear
same.
me tell
I did
that?
not. I wrote that one like before I came.
Just like you wrote nipple skittle before you came.
Skittle
Scared
nipple.
of the bull.
Damn it! I need to write that down.
Now, I wrote 3 jokes for this story, so Rick will choose what he believes the best 2 are.
I haven't
Okay.
read them. I'm just going to randomly pick them.
All right.
Judging by the jokes I've heard from tour guides in the past, my guess is the ship went down due to the collective prayers of the passengers.
Aww. What's that?
I think it's all right.
Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
The first part of the rescue took 20 minutes, but once they got above water, the line for the rescue boat was another 30 minutes.
You should get that fast pass.
The rescue fast pass. Women and children only.
But I've already used up my 3 slots.
Oh, this is similar to one I wrote. Disneyland is a really dangerous place. That elevator in the Tower of Terror is always on the fritz.
Well, thanks so much for listening to my jokes, everyone. If you liked what you heard today, my name's Carly. If you felt like the jokes were corny and you hated them, well, my name's Jeremy.
That's cute.
No.
That's cute. That's cute. That's cute.
I think that's it.
That's cute.
No, we got one more.
I've wondered why they always have problems with these rides, and I just found out that they've been using imaginary engineers. Have you heard about this? That's totally a Robert joke. You heard about this?
All right. Hold on.
Can I hear Robert say
Yeah,
it?
quick bonus because I have a last one and maybe Robert has the last
Yeah,
one.
okay.
I've wondered why they always have problems with these rides, and I just found out that they've been using imaginary engineers. Have you guys heard about this?
See, that sounds a bit better.
All right, what's your third one,
This
Robert?
third one's really good. I like it. Splash Mountain also disappointed park goers when the ride malfunctioned and cut through the water easily, leaving riders bone dry. That's a good one. I like that one a lot.
My last one was the victims' bodies were eventually found by the animatronic scuba team.
So I guess we're going to do 5 jokes per story, it sounds like.
Yeah,
If we got them, might as well do them.
Yeah.
If you got them, flaunt them.
All right, so that is the first round of jokes.
We're done flaunting the jokes for the first round.
Aaron Kraft, resident judge. How do the points shake out?
Okay, so going purely by the numbers, Skittle Nipples landed 3 of 5.
Which one is Skittle Nipple?
Okay. How are you so bad at knowing
And
this?
it's only one nipple. Skittle Nipple.
Skittle Nipple. Okay.
That's what he said.
He said
Did
nipples.
I think I did put an S at the end.
I said snipples.
Let's make the best stuff on earth.
Kittle snipples.
And then Nipple Skittles landed only 2
One
of the
Skittle.
5.
Okay, no more names. No
What
more
did I
names.
say?
No, we're good.
Nipple Skittles.
Nipples Skittle?
Carly and Jeremy.
Carly and Jeremy landed 2 of the 5, whereas in Skittle Nipple, because I can't remember y'all's name, landed 3 of the 5. The rescue boat and the animatronic scuba team, grade A stuff, guys. And then the original underside of the water, collective prayers, and then the 5th joke, which I can't remember.
Wait a minute. Are you giving us credit for the 30-minute extra wait in line and then Carly's tag of for the fast pass women and children first? I think you got to give
and
her
also
points for
we
that.
had an underside of water
That
joke
was great.
too.
But it wasn't as
he
good.
will decide.
It wasn't as good. It was,
really-
it was better.
Personally, I thought you guys didn't do as well as us.
I gave the rescue boat a plus.
Oh, okay. That was
true.
the joke I was thinking of? Okay.
There's
Yeah.
a plus sign on it.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a plus sign. So I know I gave you credit for that, but just going off the numbers,
All right.
they got 3 of the 5.
Fine.
Okay.
I did like imaginary engineers, but I think
Imagineers.
Imagineers.
Yeah,
Right,
but
that's why it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
That's cute.
I don't know. Whatever.
All right. Well, congratulations, you guys. Skittle Nipple
Yeah.
for round 1.
And a skittle nipple to you.
One big Skittle nipple.
All right.
I'm worried round 2 is not going to go our way either, Jeremy.
No, none of this will.
Well,
When
sounds like
Jeremy
good
and
news
I
for
put
us.
our minds together, we sure know how to make some terrible jokes.
Round 2. Like a college dorm for adults, co-living is the next big thing. There's a new solution for millennials struggling with rising rents. Communal living, or co-living, brings together a group of people, likely strangers, in a shared space. Often, there are private sleeping quarters, but the kitchens and work areas are communal spaces. Is there something you'd like to share with the rest of us, Carly and Jared?
No, we're just having a team meeting.
Go ahead and share it with the rest of the class.
So maybe we should have called a timeout, but no, we're good. Go ahead.
We can cut that out. It's unlike a college dorm, although considerably nicer. Co-living renters typically have short-term rental contracts with shared common spaces and other incentives, such as housekeeping, high design, and a social atmosphere. Mm-hmm. In some cases, the perks are so great that residents pay a premium to live there. Cassidy Claire Rizian, 34 years old, lives in a newly renovated townhouse.
Lando's
Yeah.
Claire Rizian lives in a renovated townhouse in trendy Venice, California, just 7 blocks from the beach.
Yeah. Lando's millennial daughter,
Yeah, no, that does kind of fit, doesn't it?
Parisian.
Fucking nerds.
Yet, money is tight for the actor and artist, even with her day job as a spin instructor. I had been living by myself, and it was no longer sustainable, she said. Now Rizian pays less than $1,000 a month to live in her co-living community. For many like Rizian, sluggish wage growth and sky-high rents in many cities have made it unaffordable to live alone. That's partly why, since the Great Recession, more young adults are still living with their parents than on their own, according to the Pew Research Center.
Pew.
Pew.
More calories.
Smelly research. Yeah.
All right, so we'll start things off in this round. Rick, go ahead.
How upset would you be if you signed a lease and found out that Puck lived there?
Fuck, I remember that
Beth,
shit.
it's okay. It's okay, buddies.
He
Interrupted.
hates the real world.
He definitely stopped being polite.
Okay, go. Will you redo your joke?
Oh, better the second time.
How upset would you be if you signed a lease and found out that Puck lived there?
Now that's a callback.
That
To
is
the
a
90s.
throwback.
That's a throwback?
No, it's a.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it's called back.
It's a
'cause I told
reference.
the joke twice.
All right.
it's a reference to the 90s. That's all.
It's a reference.
Son, you can't just get picked to live in a house with a bunch of strangers.
Where you have your lives taped to find out what happens.
Or people stop being polite and start acting real.
Son, that's not how the real world works.
Community theater.
That's good.
And scene.
With all this communal space, it's going to be really hard to keep my heterosexuality hidden from Mr. Roper.
They're not even
They weren't
listening
even
to
paying
the
attention.
joke.
Okay, you guys have to do your part as an audience.
Okay.
Something about Mr. Roper, but I don't know who that is.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay. I did miss it. I'm sorry.
It's
It's up to the judge.
Three's Company.
What could
Three's
you
Company
possibly
too.
be discussing over
I
there?
just think she was about to use a joke that we decided not to use.
No, this one.
Jesus.
All right, Rick, let's have a
We're
conversation.
a well-oiled machine, Robert. We don't need to speak.
Yeah, I'm going to do this one now. This one. Yeah, we need 4
No.
jokes.
Oh, we do need
Yeah.
4 jokes. Sorry.
All right.
What was your joke? La la la, Mr. Roper. Did I get the gist of it?
It was, come on,
We're waiting for the jokes you fucking too.
Son, we love you, but we think 34 is just too old to be living with your parents. So we found you this really great place where you can share a bunk bed and have someone clean up after you like a real adult.
Hey, Rick. Oh, the jokes.
Haven, home to the quietest sex on the planet.
I like that one. It's like a college dorm for adults. So the pranks are more like blaring an air horn in Sarah's room at 4 a.m. Well, she has to be at work at 6, so we don't want her to oversleep and be late.
Woof.
This is a rest round. Just taking a break.
We're like responsible prankers.
On True TV.
Responsible prankers.
What would that look like?
Like I just said. I just gave a perfect example.
Oh,
and the only one I could think of after 2 hours.
So blowing an air horn in the ear of somebody who hasn't been sleeping that long so they get up in time to go to work.
Yes.
Okay.
With the dismal outlook for millennials, the more likely communal living experience will be at bus stations and public parks.
Well, we almost
Yeah,
wrote
we
that
almost wrote a joke
similar
about
joke.
homeless people.
You guys sound like a couple of... I remember when we thought of that show.
Were we ever so young?
We did feel like a couple writing these jokes.
Couple of one.
Couple of
you know what?
nipple
a couple of
A couple of nipple skittles.
I thought we were Skittle nipple.
No.
God, Carly.
Fucking get this.
Okay, now I just want to take a minute here. I think a lot of people in Carly's life get frustrated with Carly
You think?
because I've seen it, well, in our podcast, with guests on the podcast, and on Facebook. Because you got into a discussion where you would put a link or something.
That was a joke, though. That was all joking.
It's all an act.
You know that it doesn't come across that way.
I was intentionally. So here's what happened. Okay.
Let me tell you this, though. The frustration from people is real.
But I was joking. So here's what happened. I posted a link on someone's Facebook page, and a friend of mine, who it wasn't the person I had posted the link to, commented and said, "You are like an old lady. You need to delete the actual URL and just so that like just the image pops up with the actual like
to make it
clickable
like
link."
cleaner and, you know.
But on my computer, when I post it, it doesn't allow you to do that. If you delete the actual link, then you're just deleting the link totally.
I think they just don't want you to post anything.
No. So then we went back and forth, and then I was intentionally posting images in the comment section with the link to the image, and because it's easy to post an image.
Sure.
Anyway, people knew I was joking. It was very funny.
I have my doubts.
All right.
All right, where are we at?
You guys, right?
Oh, it's our turn.
Fourth joke.
So how's it going with your new roommates?
Oh, I don't have roommates. I'm a millennial.
What about all those people you live with?
Oh, my co-living space partners? Oh, well, those are just a bunch of people I share rent with and share some communal experiences with, and like the kitchen and the bathroom and the backyard and the living room. But like, I have my own room.
Yeah, those are roommates.
No, they're not related to me.
They're fucking roommates.
No, they're co-living space partners. Okay, boomer.
No.
We need that.
The greatest 2 hours I've ever spent in my life.
See, I thought it was the worst 3 hours of my life.
The worst thing is that, like when Jeremy and I were outside riding, we were like, oh yeah, okay, this is
I was like, yeah, done, fine, let's go. It's good enough, let's go.
What were you going to say, Aaron?
Oh no! We need that zing sound at the end. Zing.
I feel like we did
slide
that.
whistle.
Put it in post. That'll make all the difference in the world for this episode. Is that it? Was that all four?
Oh yeah, that's four. That's four.
Well, we got an extra.
At this rate, it won't be long until 20 and 30-somethings push out the residents. Pencils in the way. Okay, I'll just start from the beginning and cut. At this rate, it won't be long until 20 and 30-somethings push out the residents out. You put out twice. That's what's confusing.
He puts out a lot.
So this,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be there. Okay.
Yeah, you put out way too much.
At this rate, it won't be long until 20-somethings and 30-somethings push out the residents of those up-and-coming tent neighborhoods.
Tent cities.
Tent cities. Intensities.
Well, I think it was a bad round for everyone involved.
Do you guys have a fifth?
No.
Thank
No,
God.
we were only supposed to do 4.
I did all the work that was asked of me. So,
Well, Aaron, unfortunately, you're going to have to judge this round.
you could throw this one out, actually.
I got some enjoyment out of this. I did. So
I really enjoyed watching you suffer.
it was a roller coaster because
That broke down.
Do you mean a cola roaster?
Puck? The Puck reference.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name since like 1995.
That sounds about right.
But nostalgia value, so I gave it a plus. But I do think Jeremy and Carly had the better real world bit. So there's two real world references, but so a plus for y'all too.
I bet Shane's gonna really love it.
Unfortunately, Skittle Nipple just didn't really land anything else from that point on. Though
Is that us?
no, your nipple Skittle.
Such a fucking idiot.
Oh, jeez.
See, you're probably doing a bit.
No, she's not.
No,
She literally cannot remember.
No.
She's doing a bit. He's really frustrated.
We're ucking fidiots.
Which one of us is the fucking video?
I'm the ucking, you're the fidiot.
I just got depressed when you guys mentioned quiet sex because that sounds like a really awful thing to have to do because you're living with roommates and
You got depressed.
Well, yeah. I mean, sex should be like you're
Loud as fuck.
uninhibited, right? Why you have to be quiet sucks.
Well, it sounds like Aaron's a talker in the sack.
I just blow that little the whole time.
You're talking about your penis?
Wish.
Blow it yourself?
Not bad.
Sorry, man, I'm out of here.
I call this thing my slide whistle.
Okay, so what if you could blow yourself, but it sounds like...
Isn't that the intro to the new Real World? What if? Because that's what they.
Yeah.
Is that show
When
still
Aaron
going?
gets an erection, it goes,
Well, that's how my co-living partners know it's happy time. Oh, he's getting some
Happy time.
Earmuffs.
Anyways,
Muffs, eh?
I thought nipple skittles first and last ones, like you guys had the bit, that was funny stuff.
oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so I'm gonna give this round to you guys.
Wow!
Oh, good job,
I'm
teammate.
shocked. This
So-
is great.
Good job, Fidiot.
So we have a tie game.
I think so.
I agree.
right.
Yeah.
Comes down to the last round,
All right.
which starts right now.
Round 3. Vaginal weightlifting can give anyone who practices it the best sex of their lives. Vaginal weightlifting is an activity that would be best described as niche. Kim Amani, a 47-year-old surfer and intimacy coach, is a devotee of vaginal kung fu, where a weight is inserted into the vagina with a string attached to a heavier object, a surfboard, for example. Better orgasms via a toned and sleek vagina, ergo, better sex. I don't think that's an actual sentence, but
Yeah, the writer of this had some weird sentence structures.
yeah,
right,
there's no
Mia?
subject there, but well, okay, bro. Better orgasms occur via a toned and sleek vagina. Amani says she can lift 10 pounds or 4.5 kilograms. I'm glad they translated that to metric with her genital muscles and enjoy 20 consecutive orgasms. When I speak
Is
of
that 20 metric orgasms or standard orgasms?
You were saying
I speak imperial only. When I speak of vaginas that shoot ping pong balls and open beer bottles and win world records, these aren't wild exceptions to what vaginas can do.
Oh, gosh.
for the listeners, Aaron put on a gray curly wig and some glasses.
Every woman can do these things. Amani writes on her website.
Alrighty.
Are we starting off?
No, I think we are.
Oh,
Go ahead, Carly.
Is there a point where your vagina gets so buff that it starts taking gym selfies?
I hope so.
oh, there's more.
No, I wasn't late on my line. I just added that.
Me first? Okay.
I couldn't tell.
She's a practitioner of vaginal kung fu, and her how-to videos have improved my skills in penile wrestling. That's good. I liked it.
I liked it too.
Big deal. When I was born, I weighed 9 pounds and my mom carried me around still swinging on the umbilical cord. Hashtag lifted with my mom's vagina.
I prefer vaginal karate. Wax on, wax off.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm sorry. I'm just staring at you guys. I'm not used to telling jokes. Okay. I don't lift, bro. My vagina is naturally buff from all the protein it takes in.
Protein shake.
A toned and sleek vagina is nice, but I'll take a big booty vagina any day of the week.
Ew!
Who wrote that one?
Wait,
Carly's like, yeah.
what is a big booty vagina? What is it?
That's why it's
It's so gross sounding.
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
I like big booty vaginas and I cannot lie.
we can't.
If you vagina lift, you better mention that on your profile. It's a pretty emasculating surprise when your vagina can lift more than I can.
I think it hit home with most of us here, maybe except Bob, you know.
Well, we have video recorded evidence.
Are you
That
flirting?
it didn't hit with anybody.
So you time out. So you want a hard G on that or a soft G on that?
Oh boy. Oh no, what's about to happen?
Just
So you want it
use
to
your
run-
judgment. Use your judgment.
Use a normal
Use your-
G.
Well, I'm gonna go away from the hard G then because that
Okay.
sounds really.
Judgment
Whatever,
has
man.
a soft G.
All right.
Judgment.
So this is.
No, it's
I
not
might
right.
just ruin the whole thing, but I don't know. Okay. I'm not used to this kind of joke, so everybody was kung fu vagging. Those lips weren't loose and saggy. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Her pelvic floor is tightening.
Oh, come
That's
on.
it.
We can do
So-
that. We can do that better. Everybody was kung fu badging. Loose and saggy. The phone turned off on me. Her pelvic floor is tightening.
Oh no. Oh no.
So it turns out we were wrong.
Oh, that was funny.
Now let me try it.
All right. Is that it? We're done?
No.
Aaron, just calm down. You got more
That's
jokes.
4 and 4. No?
Do we have another one? No, that was it.
As I mentioned
Robert has
before,
one.
I have written all of my jokes
So you have 5.
as per the format of the show. So,
Okay.
Bob's spirits.
hashtag.
Hashtag things I lift with my vagina.
Now, I believe this wasn't mentioned in the article.
That's why my
Spirits.
hashtag joke didn't work, and we didn't mention the hashtag.
Yeah, that was it.
That's why it didn't work.
Yeah,
That's good. I like that.
The story said hashtag things I lift with my vagina.
on her Instagram post. No matter.
Bob Spirits.
The game is over. Aaron Kraft. Who won?
All right. So I want to give a shout out to Nipple Skittle. Your
That's us.
protein vag joke was funny. And that's pretty much it.
Oh, no.
Skittle Nipple had 3. The wax on, wax off was kind of funny. And then but the big booty one was really funny.
Yeah, that was good.
I liked penile wrestling. I know you put a minus on that.
I did because nobody laughed at it.
I thought it was funny.
Well, what did you intend for that? I mean,
It means masturbating.
Like he's
Yeah.
wrestling his dick.
I didn't think there was anything funny about that.
Maybe
You just chose wax on, wax off, which is also a masturbation joke.
Oh, I thought it had
there
to
was
do
a
with
waxing.
waxing.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
I'm
like
waxing the
that.
vag.
Yeah, I thought it was like
see,
I
about.
was
gonna
thinking
go ahead
wax
and-
off.
Cross that one out then, because
I was thinking about it was like about waxing your vagina hair.
You just got disqualified because he didn't get your intention of the joke.
No, he doesn't. That
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah. Nevertheless,
Also, I wrote the joke.
Oh.
And it was my intention to do the wax on, wax off.
Maybe you should have just said
As a
wax
match.
on, wax
Oh.
off, Mr. Roper.
is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, but I'm gonna disqualify that because you two can't agree on what it means. So, no, I'm just kidding. And then last one, Bob's spirits lifted with vagina. That's great.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, you guys get the point. You get the win.
Wow.
Wow. Don't get too excited.
Skittle
I won't.
Nipple does it again.
That was
Nipple.
the announcement of your win was almost as exciting as the announcement that we were having teams this episode.
Okay, hold on. Skittle Nipple, 2 points. To Nipple Skittles, 1 point. Skittle Nipple for the win. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
That's
wait.
not us, Marley. That's them. Damn it.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, congratulations.
It's a rough
you two.
episode.
I actually thought there was some funny stuff.
There's some funny stuff
but
in
we
here.
just low energy. We just low energy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into plugs, we'll go to Carly Kastner, see if she has any burning questions.
I was actually really not thinking about any because we're so focused on the delivery of our amazing
Good night,
jokes.
everybody.
Let me think of one for a second.
Aaron?
The problem is that
What's up?
we do so many stories about Disney, so I'm always compelled to ask you guys Disney questions.
Don't.
Just
Okay, here's
do
my
it.
question. Here's my question.
Do or don't. There is
So
no
I'll
try.
take it back to this Jungle Cruise sinking story. Have you guys ever been on some kind of like sinking ship type scenario?
Other than the show?
Not an actual. It doesn't have to be an actual sinking ship. But,
That presumes that we were afloat at any point.
Yeah. Good point.
but it could be like an airplane that you thought might have been like having turbulence. Or, I don't know. Like I traveled recently and we had such bad turbulence. It was the first time I'd ever flown that I felt fearful that I wasn't going to land.
Were you over the ocean when it was happening too?
I'm trying to remember what I've traveled so much recently
get the
for
best of
work.
both
I'm
worlds.
trying to remember
Surf
which
and turf
flight it was. I
in an
don't
airplane.
remember.
Not quite as exciting as it is on a plate. I had terrible turbulence over the Pacific Ocean while going between the U.S. and Asia, and that's when you really start thinking about things because you're like, it's just water. Like even if you land and the plane doesn't explode, who's going to get to you in these shark-infested waters in time? You know.
Well, pretty arrogant thinking the sharks are just going to come right for you.
You were talking about that with everyone else on the plane, and they were like, "Sir, please stop."
I've never had that experience. I've been in some bad turbulence where, my stomach kind of fell on a big drop,
Yeah.
but I never felt like, oh God, I think we may not make it, it's, so don't be silly. Yeah, I don't think so.
The other day, I work in a studio, and we opened up this back room that we'd been using just for storage to use as a another studio thing. And I was in there moving some stuff, and the door. So there's it's a door back there. It's a locked door, and the door started closing. And I thought, ooh, let's see how dark it gets in here. And then the door closed, and it's like, ooh, pretty dark.
Cool, man.
And then I went to go open the door, and the door was locked. I'd left the keys on the other side.
Oh no!
Ooh, pretty dangerous.
And I freaked out, like, oh God, I have to be in here in the dark. And then I remember I could just switch the lights off. And I didn't have my phone. And
No lights, no
How'd you
boats,
get
no
out?
motor cars.
so I just started pacing around a little bit.
Just took
And I was
my
like
clothes
freaking
off.
out.
How'd you get out?
And I banged on the door real hard. And then when I tried the handle again, it opened.
So no one's been in a life or death situation.
I could have died.
That really dramatic story was Rick turned off the lights in a room
And locked himself in.
that was not locked.
Yeah, to me, this question, it's about to me, it's metaphorical. Like I've been in relationships that were a sinking ship. I've been in just situations like gigs with a band and the band is terrible, or like I'm filling in for the normal bass player, and like I'm not learning. I haven't learned the songs, and it's a horrible sinking ship of a gig.
I have been in car accidents, where I've totaled the car. That's
it's
been pretty harrowing.
Really scary.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You can see us live, yawning right into the microphone.
It's the sinking ship.
No professionalism whatsoever. You can come see us live every second Friday of the month at Chiba Hut in Mesa, Arizona. We do a live version of this podcast, and it is very fun. Carly yawning on camera.
Yeah, but I'm not on camera right now. You're talking, so the camera's on you.
It's like, remember on Titanic when the boat's going down and then the orchestra decided to stay and just keep yawning in front of everybody?
Yeah. So this show's not worth
been
it.
an honor,
It's big
gentlemen.
boring. Where were we? Second episode. Fuck.
Second Friday.
All right.
The fuck?
We are. It's not really necessary to finish a sentence. Like, why does it even matter?
Rick, why?
Yeah.
Well, there's people listening to this podcast that don't understand what's happening. If
To
you
understand, check out the video on YouTube.
Go to our YouTube page. Rick just tried to eat an invisible object from Bob's hand.
No, he's trying to kiss it.
Yeah.
I think Bob needs a hype man when you do these plugs.
I think I need.
Or a light kiss man.
But that's how coronavirus spreads.
Yeah, don't touch his mouth to your hand.
I've been thinking about doing that since the last episode.
I'm gonna think about kissing your hand all day, boo.
Now we changed the format of this episode because Rick did not finish his jokes because he was too busy thinking about kissing my hand. So if you want to know why the work doesn't get done, it's because we've got other things on our mind. You can find us online anywhere that you find podcasts, and we appreciate you when you give us likes, suggestions for stories, and those messages from Tony.
Frazier.
I hate the show. I hate all the people involved. Don't watch it. Don't listen. It's not worth your time. It's obviously a big bore.
Sorry, listeners. I yawned again. It's not
show
your fault, Bob.
This show is for the birds.
I'm really tired.
They don't even let you finish a thought.
Well,
They just
I know-
yawn right in your face.
I know one thing. Bob hates me, Jeremy Martinez.
And he hates me, Ricardo Leone.
And you can listen to Aaron's music on SoundCloud.
I was trying to end it.
And he hates me. I'm Carly Kastner.
That's Captain Lovecraft.
Check me out
CAPT
at-
period.
You have Bob Hates Me on SoundCloud. No, Captain Lovecraft, CAPT period, LOVEKRFT. Thanks, Bob. And my name's Aaron Kraft.
And that has been another episode of
And I'm Bob Tippins.
1, 2,
Mute yourself.
jokes!
Jokes!
Jesus Christ.
Where?